I'm back with another creepy short tale for you. And the original title of this one is called Coffee Cravings. This wonderful short story was written by a very talented author named David Brown. And I'm glad that I get the opportunity to share Mr. Brown's story and narrate it. And I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I did. I posted a link to Mr. Brown's author profile where you can check out his other stories as well. Please do. This is a wonderful, I think it's a wonderful short tale, and I hope you will enjoy it. I want to thank all of you for joining me tonight, and I hope you will enjoy this one. So, here we go. Coffee Cravings by David Brown. I used to be a veritable coffee addict, but it wasn't just the caffeine I craved. Each time I brought a fresh cup of Java near my face, my nose needed the rich roasted aroma, my tongue treasured the bitter tang, and my throat thanked the soothing warmth when I swallowed. Regrettably, let me tell you what caused me to change my mind and quit coffee cold. I had a mid-morning interview for a job downtown, so being a punctual person, I arrived over an hour early. Instead of waiting in the lobby, I took a seat in a local coffee shop down the street. First, I connected my computer to a hotspot and then went to the counter to order a cup of joe. The woman barista was strikingly handsome. Her long dark hair curled past her shoulders as an introduction to her slim and shapely form, but it was her inviting crimson lips that really drew my attention. "Sir, can I help you?" she beckoned. I looked at the menu on the wall behind her, pretending that I hadn't been gawking at her body. I asked, "It says you have some new autumnal flavors." Her copious red lips smiled. "Yes, sir. We have 3 new drinks. 2 of them are 100% vegan. They are Mandrake Mocha and Wolfsbane Vanilla." She pronounced Wolfsbane with a V. My face must have betrayed my confusion, so she asked, "Is there something wrong, sir?" "Well," I answered, "I guess I was expecting something like pumpkin spice or apple cinnamon." Her grin widened. "I see. Well, we were trying something different this year. Something less November and more October, if you get what I'm saying." I shook my head. "I don't really like mocha or vanilla. What was the third option?" "It's called Lifeblood Almond. It's a luxuriously nutty new twist on our popular Blackberry Merlot Red Eye. A red eye is a robust blend of coffee with espresso. It's quite potent." I hesitated. "That's a strange name. And you said the other 2 were vegan? Why isn't this one?" She giggled. "You've heard that some food dyes aren't actually vegan. Well, we use some ingredients like that in order to tint the drink a deeper red than our traditional Blackberry Merlot. It's just for effect, and as for the name, it's all part of the novelty of the season." I guess I'd heard that some red dyes were made using crushed insects, and I was okay with it. "Fine," I said, "I'll try one of those." In short order, she handed me a big ceramic mug of the ruddy coffee and pointed to the counter where I could add spices, sugar, and cream to the taste. I thanked her, skipped the modifications, and took the cup over to my seat by the window. I took one sip, and let me tell you, it was everything any true coffee lover could possibly desire. The fragrance was sweet and savory, while the flavor was nutty and fruity, with a trace of asperity. I had only read and responded to one email before I realized my cup was empty. I looked at my watch. I still had plenty of time before my interview, so I took my mug to the counter for a refill. The comely barista took away my mug and handed me a clean one filled with her unique steamy brew. She didn't warn me that it was hot, but she warned me nonetheless. Be careful, sir. That's your second cup of our lifeblood blend. After 3, you'll be hopelessly addicted. Can an addict be more addicted? I laughed. We chuckled together, and I returned to my computer. This time, I became engrossed in some social media flame war, and when I again checked the time, I noticed that I only had about 10 minutes or so to walk down the 2 or 3 city blocks to my interview. I quickly stashed my computer into my briefcase and drained the last of my coffee. I left my mug on the table, reaching out for the front door, and then I heard the charming barista call out to me, "Sir, would you like a cup for the road? It's on the house." Free coffee? I thought. I can't pass that up. But as I turned and approached the counter that third time, a feeling came over me, like I wasn't in control of my faculties. It was as if my arm was on a string, like a wooden marionette, when I accepted the paper cup with a plastic lid and raised it to my lips. While I performed this motion like an automaton, I noticed several other customers in the shop at the high counter and sitting at various booths, and all of them were staring at me as if in anticipation of something dreadfully exciting. Suddenly, a rush of vertigo hit me like a tempest, and I was free to act on my own. Instinctively, I dropped the to-go cup on the floor of the shop and ran to the door. But to my chagrin, I took one last glance back before my foot hit the sidewalk. Oh, how I wish that I hadn't, because the customers' faces revealed the filthy rot of the undead, and every mouth was agape with vampire fangs. The voluptuous black-haired barista's now twisted smile also sported a pair of gleaming daggers between her blood-red lips, and she licked one of them with a glistening forked tongue. Needless to say, I ran faster than I had ever run in my entire life. I ducked into the building where I would soon have my interview, and breathing heavily, I peered out the glass door to see if I had been followed. Thank the stars that I didn't see any vampires spawn on the street. As I continued my lookout, a woman's voice came from behind me, uttering the exact same words the barista Banshee had asked me an hour before. "Sir, can I help you?" I turned around to see another quite attractive young woman sitting at a reception desk, but this time she was fair-haired and pale. I quit my reconnoitering so as not to look paranoid and straightened my tie. Perhaps I had an allergic reaction, or there was some kind of drug in that cursed coffee. I reasoned in an effort to calm myself as I approached her desk. As I got closer, I saw that she wore a plunging flowery yellow dress with a red silk scarf, and I was now thoroughly convinced that 1970s fashions were back in full force. I looked at my watch saying, "Ma'am, I have an interview in 5 minutes." She took my name and made a call to check if her manager was ready to see me. "Sir, he'll be down in about 5 or 10 minutes. If you'd like to take a seat in the lobby, there's coffee and donuts in there." I shook my head. No. I don't need any more coffee. In fact, I think I'll never drink it again after what happened to me this morning. She frowned. "That's sad, because we always buy the best premium blends for our guests and visitors. In fact, for the last week or so, I've been getting my boss his favorite Lifeblood Almond Espresso from Neferturu's coffee house down the street." When those words were uttered, my blood ran cold. Her boss drinks the stuff? I shivered as my mind raced. That's the very same man interviewing me? As this chilling notion rattled my brain, I noticed that the receptionist's silk scarf had fallen down from around her neck, plainly revealing two tiny perforations along her carotid artery. Once again, I fled. During my protracted and dreadful flight, I couldn't help but see the many malevolent eyes of suspicious strangers glares on the streets and on the subway and even on the bus ride to my home in the suburbs. Obviously, I didn't get that job, nor did I ever again step foot in that accursed coffee house. But still more, I swore to the heavens that I would never again sip that seductively bitter witch's brew. So what did you think about that one? I thought that was a very, I don't know, you let me know what you think. I thought that was very well done and uniquely, putting coffee and vampires together, it seemed like it just fits, don't it? But I want to give all credit to the author. I liked it, but you guys let me know what you thought about it. I want to give all credit to him, and I thought it was well written, well put together, and I don't know, I thought it was very intriguing and original, and I have a thing about vampires anyway, so you let me know what you thought about this one. It makes me not want coffee, I'll admit that, but please let me know. I'd like to hear your feedback on this. And I'd like to say the talented author who wrote this short story, you can check out his other work as well. And I posted the link in the description box, so please check out his other stories, his other well-written material as well as this one. And I want to give all credit to Mr. David Brown and give me the opportunity to narrate this. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun and enjoyable and entertaining, and I hope my narration was relaxing. So I'll be back next time with a new fairy tale for you. And hope you enjoyed this one. And until you hear my voice again, good night, my darlings.